Madison Bumgarner will be facing. It'll be Gordon, Turner, and Yasiel Puig. 1, 2, 3. The cleanup hitter will be Adrian Gonzalez, followed by Kemp, and then Scott Van Slyke. The former Giant, he's lighting it up right now. Juan Uribe, he is hitting 7th. 8th is Fedorovich, and pitching and batting 9th is the lefty Ryu.
On the hill today for the Giants will be the clean-shaven Madison Bumgarner, making start number 4. He comes into this game with a 2-0 record and a 3.31 ERA. The last time he faced these Dodgers was in Los Angeles back on the 5th of April, and in that game he went 6 1/3, struck out 10 against 1 walk. When he's right, you're going to see a cut fastball that will go low 90s. Really is going to play havoc on the inside corner of righties. He'll also throw a slider with 2 types of movement on it, a curveball, a changeup. He'll two-seam the ball. He likes to work a quick pace, and when he's right, you'll see a lot of ground balls. Defensively, the Giants are going to set it up this way behind Bumgarner, starting in the outfield from left to right. It'll be Morse, Blanco, and Pence. Paganda getting the day off. Arias and Sandoval on the left side of the infield, with Crawford getting another day off due to a tight hamstring. Hicks and Bell on the right side of the infield, and Buster Posey will be in the squad putting down the signs.
First pitch is on its way, and it's a called strike. So we get started right on time.
3 degrees, 6-3.
D. Gordon hitting at 404 is going to take the next pitch in tight. On deck is Turner and then Yasiel Puig. Gordon went 3 for 4 last night. He was 0 for 3 in the extra inning game on Tuesday. And we're taking a look at our first look at Seth Buckminster, who just missed the pitch.
Just missed the low pitch right at the knees out over the middle of the plate. Buckminster is a strike zone we're not familiar with, so we're seeing him the first time like you are. But he does like the outside corner to left.
Okay, so we're good to go, baby.
I think it should be 2-2.
Gordon 3 for 6 lifetime against Bumgarner. And he got him with a high fastball, and that's how this game gets started.
Let's take a look at our Nissan keys to the game. First off, we know that Ryu, the lefty for the Dodgers today, is a guy that warms up slowly, and so be ready. That first time through the lineup, it worked in LA when they knocked him out basically after 2 innings. Bumgarner versus the power. There's a lot of power from the right side in this game today. Puig, Kemp, Van Slyke, Uribe, he has to neutralize that power. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
And another righty coming up right now. It's Justin Turner. Turner swinging at the first pitch, fouls it out of play. Came in and got 1 at bat after Hanley Ramirez left after he was hit by a pitch, and Turner went 0 for 1. He did get 3 at bats on Tuesday and went 1 for 3. He got a base hit off of Javi Lopez in that game, hitting .211. 0-2.
It's a good hard breaking ball. It's the hardest fastball that we've seen him open up a game with so far this year. He's been steady at 93, and even the breaking ball has got good velocity on it. And he always seems to get a little pumped up against the Dodgers. If you look at what he's done against them lifetime, you can understand why. 9-3 with a 2.60 ERA against Los Angeles.
Very close to Turner. It's 1-2.
Turner definitely is a guy who will take one for the team.
Yeah, he might take 2 or 3. Hit out of play, and it remains 1-2. The Dodgers are 9-6. They're 7-3 on the road. They will go home after the game tonight to start a homestand tomorrow night against the Diamondbacks, and they are 2-3 at home. The 1-2 to Turner is low. The Giants are 10-5. Giants are 5-3 at home and 5-2 on the road. This game will determine whether it's just a nice homestand or a really good one. 2-2 offering now to Turner. And another foul ball down the right field line. And it'll be in the seats. Pence moving over just to get loose. Here's a couple of young ones that they get to come to the yard today.
Yes, they do. Well, hello back at you. Looks like they brought their good attitudes with them.
And another foul out of play. Bumgarner is a strike thrower, so a lot of foul balls is not unusual.
A young Giants fan up in the club level making a nice play. Brought his glove.
Hit out to Pence. Pence drifting back. Out number 2. And here's Puig. Puig went 2 for 5 on Tuesday. 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter yesterday. His very first at bat ever against Bumgarner. He hit an opposite field home run.
Yeah, and a changeup in a good location off the plate away, and it opened everybody's eyes. Said, who is this guy? Right? He hasn't seen an outside pitch since.
Just inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Adrian Gonzalez to follow should Puig reach. And Bumgarner just hitting that spot again. It's 2-0. Bumgarner trying to figure out if this is a strike or not. And it looks a little bit inside.
Well, pretty nice little frame job there by Posey to even make it close, but I do believe it was called correctly. I think that was off, played in. Little start stop by Bumgarner. Spike slipped on the rubber.
Foul again on his hands. It's now 2-1.
Now that's the spot right there. Puig is a guy that wants to beat you middle away. And the fastball at the belt from Bumgarner to Puig is one that's going to run flat. It's going to bore in on him. And it really has been the one pitch that he just cannot handle against Bumgarner. And Bumgarner hadn't gone anywhere else since that first opposite field home run with a changeup away. Sliders and fist bombs.
2-2.
And if you're a pitcher and you got a weakness that a guy just can't make the adjustment to get, life is good.
Outfield straight away and deep, as you would expect with Puig.
Pretty much straight away, a little bit toward the line with Sandoval at third base, but after that, pretty much straight away in defending him.
Got him. 2 strikeouts for Bumgarner. Giants are coming up. Got pretty good numbers against Ryu lifetime. Sandoval, the big hit last night, he'll hit third. Then it's Posey, Morris, and Belt. Hicks 7th, Blanco 8th, Bumgarner 9th.
On the hill today for the Dodgers will be Hyun-Jin Ryu, the 6'2", 255-pound, 26-year-old lefty in his second year at the big league level. And this is what he has done so far this year. 2-1 with a 2.57 ERA. The only blemish on his report card was his outing against the Giants back in Los Angeles, where they got him for 8 runs in 2 innings. When Ryu is right, and you're going to see a guy that really has a nice feel for the strike zone with all of his pitches. And he'll throw a fastball, high 80s, low 90s, depending on the grip. You've got a big curveball that he could back off speeds with. Very good pitch, a slider and a changeup, and he'll throw anything at any time. He's got very good command.
Arias 3 for 5 lifetime against Ryu. And he pops that one out of play.
Yeah, there's Clayton Kershaw.
Well, we know he was at the park. Arias 1 for 2 last night. He scored a run. Came in as a pinch hitter on Tuesday and picked up a base hit. And here he drives one to left. On the move is Van Slyke, and Van Slyke will track it down in the alley.
Let's take a look at that Dodger defense behind Ryu, starting in their outfield from left to right. You saw Scott Van Slyke. He's joined by Kemp and Puig. Really great arms in right center. Turner and Uribe on the left side of the infield, with Ramirez getting a day off after getting hit in the hand last night. Gordon and Gonzalez on the left side or the right side of the infield. And Tim Fidorovich will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Here's Pence. Swing and a miss. Pence at 183, a home run, 3 driven in. 6 for 15. Lifetime against Ryu. A couple of doubles. And he shoots this one up the middle for a base hit. First hit of the ball game belongs to Hunter Pence and the Giants.
Just a little fastball out over the middle of the plate. They had shifted and moved everybody over towards the pole side of the field. And he hits it right through the defense. And this is our X-Mo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. See how the defense stacked it up, playing the pole, and that just split. D. Gordon at second and Justin Turner at short.
Here's Sandoval. And a breaking ball for a strike.
And that's the breaking ball we're talking about, and it's a big one. It's one you have to stay on. But he has exceptional command with that pitch.
Pence had a walking lead, and he's going to steal it. Ryu never stopped him.
Well, we're going to make it a Ford right choice, and it's a veteran taking care of a young player. Watch him walk off and never stop with the lead. And when you can do that and get that type of momentum going into a stolen base, you're going to steal it. He never made him stop. And that is rule number 1 if you're holding runners on.
So it's 1-1 to Sandoval. 2 balls and 1 strike. Buster Posey on deck. Pence with his 3rd steal of the season. Three and 1.
For you, just by design, leaving that ball outside the strike zone away. And the last time that they saw Sandoval in Los Angeles, he could not stay in the strike zone. He was chasing that pitch. And this time he's laying off.
Gordon trying to keep Pence close. And that's foul as Gonzalez way off the line at first. This was the base hit last night that gave the Giants the lead.
It was a grinding at bat, and afterwards Sandoval said, I didn't try to do too much. They gave me the middle of the field. I was just thinking play pepper and go back up the middle, and he could not have executed any more perfectly than that. And that was the difference maker, and the bullpen made it stand.
3-2. Sandoval off his fist to Turner at short, and there's the throw that's high, and on the tag Gonzalez got Sandoval. A pretty exciting 6-3 putout.
Well, all the time in the world sometimes is too much time. And Sandoval could not quite avoid the swipe tag of Gonzalez. So a nice play by Adrian Gonzalez to get that out.
Here's Buster Posey. .280 for Buster Posey, 3 home runs, 8 driven in. Buster last night knocked in the Giants' first run with a single to left. He's 4 for 12 in his career against Ryu. comes in on Buster Posey's hands, and it's now 1-2.
He's not an easy guy to jam either on that fastball up around the hands. And had a nice cut onto it. The more we see Ryu, the more we're impressed with him, because he has a lot of movement and he understands it. And he's not really an old guy to be understanding the type of movement that he reads so well.
Outside, 2-2 to Buster Posey.
Ryu, a good athlete. He holds runners on well when he makes them stop, fields his position well, and what we also found out about this guy, he's a pretty good hitter.
Two pitch. Here it is to Buster Posey, and he hammers it to center field. Kemp now will drift back, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, one left after one. 0-0. And he bluffs a bunt, and he takes a strike. Bumgarner just gave Gonzalez the straight guy.
It's right there on the tip of his face.
It was awesome.
He could come out at any given time, and it comes out quick.
The 0-1 pitch, here it is, and it's in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kemp is on deck, and then Scott Van Slyke.
Remember the interview we had a couple weeks ago? We asked him, would you like to have a hitter charge you sometime? And he went deadpan, never cracked a smile. Yeah, I'd like that a lot.
1-2.
I mean, he's a big fella. I mean, he's 6'5", 235, and he's raw boned. And I mean, he's one of those guys that if he gets mad, he gets bigger.
Well, I tell you what, he does look like a rook after that shave job of his. Gonzalez gets a fastball and he fouls it back.
A nice plant job on the hands with that fastball. Gonzalez came into the series red hot, and really he hasn't been an easy guy to jam, and that got up the bat. See the numbers, 3 for 23 with a couple of doubles.
Think about Gonzalez, he doesn't take a day off.
No,
he plays.
He's a player.
Look out into the seats. That's where you have to pay attention. Protect the little ones and protect your wife.
Gentleman made the play.
And your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all kind of in that whole.
Your significant other.
Yes. 1-2. Bumgarner has something that he'd like to do. Posey has something that he'd like to do. And Gonzalez steps out. And Gonzalez just barely stays alive. Mike mentioned the success that Bumgarner has against the Dodgers. 9-3. And another 1-2 pitch. Got him.
Elevate right across the letters with 93. See you later.
Friday, April 25th is golf night presented by the Swinging Skirts LPGA. Now you need a special package. You're going to get a Lucille plush golf head cover if you have that package. Call 415-972-2298. See you at the yard. Here's Kemp. Kemp hitting at 194. Almost struck him out to end the game yesterday. And here he lifts one out to Morris. And Morris puts it away.
1 pitch out. And we've seen Kemp do that a lot in the series. Get after that first pitch.
So here's Van Slyke. No Ethier, no Crawford.
And no Hanley Ramirez.
Let's see if it has something to do with the history of Ethier and Crawford against Bumgarner. Ethier 3 for 24. Crawford 0 for 3. But they do have a surplus of outfielders. Van Slyke's a pretty good hitter. And he takes the ball 1-0. And 2 balls and no strikes.
Come on, Buckminster, you're killing the drill here. That's 2 pitches that they thought they had a strike with. When your catcher sits an outside target at 1-0 and he doesn't move his glove, that's got to be a strike.
Roll foul. 2 balls and 1 strike. You can't. It can bother us. It can't bother Bumgarner for too long.
Well, you can get mad, but get over it quickly.
Good swing. 2-2.
Those strikeouts by a left-hander. Bumgarner was 700 moving up the ladder. Mike McCormick on top of the heap with 976. It won't be long before this guy has just about all the San Francisco Giant records for left-handers, assuming he stays healthy.
So it's the one list Woody's not on.
No. Kirk Reeder, not a strikeout guy.
High and foul down the left field line.
Now Van Slyke has seen 2 fastballs in the outside corner, both called balls. I mean, I'd like to see him go out there and try a fastball in the outside corner right now just to see if Buckminster would change his tune and ring him up. Bumgarner shook a long time to get to a curveball. First call that Buster Posey gave was a fastball away, and he shook it off. The thing you look for in umpires is what their preference is. You pretty much get an idea if they like the low ball strike above the, or if they're a high ball guy. But then you see what type of corners they have, what kind of corners they'll give, if they're consistent with those corner calls. And the last thing you want to know is, will he ring a guy up on a corner call?
Three and two now to Scott Van Slyke, the son of Andy Van Slyke. That was Pirate teams with Bonds and Bonilla and Van Slyke. They were very good. 3-2. Out of play. A rebate to follow should Van Slyke reach here in the second. And the walk. So the first base runner for the Dodgers. Rebate hitting 377. This guy's got the right idea.
What time is it? Bureau clock.
Bureau clock. 6 for 23 against Bumgarner. He's got a double and he's got a home run lifetime against his former teammate. And the fastball is high. He's got big hits in the series, but he also has made a big out or two yesterday. The bases loaded and 1 out late. Machi got him into a 1-2-3 double play. Hit on the ground. Sandoval slows it down. Arias will eat it, and it'll be a base hit. First hit for the Dodgers, and here's Fedorovich.
The attempt by Sandoval, just one crossover step laid out to a completely prone dive. It just hits right there at the heel of his glove. Can't put it in the pocket. I don't know if he'd been able to get up from that position, get off and throw to get a rebate, even if he'd have got it cleanly.
Might have been fun to watch, though.
Yeah, it would have been.
Here's Fedorovich. And a strike at the belt, and it's 0-1. Fedorovich is 1 for 19. And that pitch maybe a little high. 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck is Ryu. One and two.
Crowd that inside corner, staying right there.
Into center field, that'll be a base hit. Coming in to score is Van Slyke, and it's 1-0 LA. 2-out walk, 2-out base hit.
Set up the inside corner, got a little lazy, laid out over the middle of the plate, and in a 2-strike mode, Fedorovich trying to go back up the middle, does exactly what his intentions are. A nice clean line drive. So the Dodgers draw first blood on a location mistake from Bumgarner.
Yeah, he had a nice 1-pitch out to Kemp, and then the walk. Uribe with the base hit, and here's Ryu. And a strike to Ryu.
Ryu's a pretty good hitter. You have to respect him. He is not an easy guy to strike out. He usually puts the ball in play.
Gordon on deck. 1-0 Dodgers here in the second. Five pitches this inning. It was Van Slyke who had a lot of foul balls, then eventually drew a walk. Oh, 0-2 to Ryu. And a bit high, 1-2.
Carter taking a long look. Still trying to figure out the strike zone from Seth Buckminster, the rookie.
Two and two. At second, Uribe. Fedorovich is at first. And this is popped to Belt. And that'll end the inning. So a run on 2 hits and a walk. Morris, Belt, and Hicks coming up. All right. Friends, maybe.
Except for 18 days a year.
Morris, Belt, and Hicks facing Ryu. Off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. Giants had a base hit in the first. Hunter Pence did the honors. And this is rolled out to Gordon, who kicks it around. He will recover and throw, and they get Morse.
One thing about D. Gordon, when you get at second base, not a lot of people talk about how good of an arm you have. He's got one of the best infield arms in all of baseball. He has got an absolute rocket. So when he does bobble it around a little bit, he's going to be able to make up for some of that lost time with his arm strength. This one kind of rattles around, kicks, kicked again, come back, get it again. Whew, there's the missile, not even close.
Belt fouls it back. Belt not wasting any time. Belt overall right at 300. He's got 5 home runs. He's got 10 driven in. And he shoots this one the other way, and he's got a base hit. Dodgers did not use the overshift. Some teams do against Belt. And that just shows you that he can go the other way if he wants to.
Well, if they'd have put the third baseman in that position where they normally do, I mean, that's a routine ground ball if you employ the shift.
Here's Hicks. Hicks has done well against Ryu. Only a couple at bats. But he's 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles. And he doesn't waste any time. It's no balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, Hicks is not going to like that swing.
Gregor Blanco on deck. Belt with the Giants' second hit of the game. And this is tapped foul. It's 0-2. Yeah, he's with the conductor.
You know you got to go when you're taking the conductor to a ball game.
In sync, eating a brat. Perfect.
I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that.
Low and in. Fedorovich keeps it close. Belt with his lead. In tight, 2-2. I look at the radar gun with Ryu, and it's like anywhere from 86 to 91, and he never throws the same speed 2 pitches in a row.
No, you've seen it humping up to 94. I mean, he's got more speed in that arm. I mean, whoever taught this guy taught him right, because he really does have an understanding of the importance of mixing speeds and movement. And he has a very good feel with all of his pitches and an above average ability to command them.
And Hicks just stays alive. I'm not sure if Belt was supposed to be on the move or not, but it looked like he would have gotten such a bad jump. He decided not to go. It's like, forget that.
Can you do that on a hit and run?
You can do it. And Belt gets chased back. Dodgers 1, Giants nothing. We're in the home half of the second inning. Skied out to right for Puig. He dropped it. He's going to throw into second, and they got him. So Yasiel Puig bringing the excitement to the fly ball to right field.
I got this one. I got this one. Well, no, I don't. But remember, he's got a howitzer on his shoulder, and he could overcome a lapse of concentration. But I tell you what, the mustard just came off the hot dog right there. I got it. Whoop, wait a second.
So here's Blanco. Blanco playing against the lefty is hitting 154.
You can't nonchalant a fly ball at this ballpark. You cannot do it.
How about ever?
You cannot nonchalant a ball at the big league level ever. But especially here because of the difficulty of the wind, the sun, and the ghost of Candlestick that came over to AT&T. He has a long way to go, man.
Down low.
A long way to go.
1 ball and 1 strike.
I mean, he's going to be good, but I do believe that he is going to try the patience of a few of his teachers.
One ball and 1 strike. Blanco drives one to Puig. It may be over his head, and he makes the catch. Yep, he can do things like that, folks.
I don't know how he did that.
He can do things like that. I mean, I would have been surprised if he didn't catch this barehanded. Wow. 1-0 Dodgers.
Yeah, they made him work.
Gordon takes high as he bluffed a bunt. He struck out to open up the game in the first. Sandoval in at third, and it's a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. I suppose he started to get out of there a little early, and you have a tendency to do that when you got a guy that's as fast as D. Gordon.
Oh, you're right, and some catchers will stand up and they'll take away strikes by blocking the view of the umpire.
Well, 1-2. Now, you think you can relax a little bit?
No. We saw D. Gordon bunt in a 2-strike count earlier this year, and he will do it again. So you cannot ever relax against a guy like this.
So timeout is called. It's 1-2 to Gordon. And this is hit out to Morris in left field. And Gordon's retired.
More statistic about Madison Bumgarner. Most games with 10 strikeouts before the age of 25. Bumgarner's at 14. That ties him with Lincecum and just 2 away from Christy Mathewson. And pretty remarkable start to a nice career.
Here's Turner. Turner hit a fly ball to Pence in right field. And here he takes a strike. So it'd be nice if Bumgarner gets in a good rhythm with Buster Posey and Mr. Buckminster.
Giants are playing Turner to the right center field gap. Pitch him away, play him away defense.
Sandoval is going to get a nice hop. 2 outs. And here's Yasiel Puig.
Well, a pretty interesting inning defensively for Puig, but if you ever could see 2 plays that sort of summed a guy up, those were the 2 plays, and this is what ended it for the Giants. And that is just a remarkable over-the-shoulder catch. The degree of difficulty on a scale of 10 is about a 10.
Puig struck out in the first. In tight, 1 ball and no strikes.
Just sort of nonchalant, a routine fly ball, drop that one, then all of a sudden come up with one of the most spectacular plays we've seen all year in right field. Go figure.
They're going to stay in on Puig. It's 2-0. Adrian Gonzalez to follow. 3-0. See what Bumgarner does. 3-0. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Just pounding inside, just staying right in one location until he proves to you that he can beat that position in the strike zone. Just keep going after it.
Hit into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. So on the 3-1 pitch, Puig singles.
Well, we want to show you the story of Yasiel Puig. Here's the first one. I got this one. No, I don't have it. And this again, I mean, it's just I'm just not taking this play seriously enough. But yet, in the same inning, one over his head, going in a very, very difficult angle over the shoulder, reaches back and makes it a spectacular play. And that's what you get with this guy. You have to take the good with the bad.
Here's Adrian Gonzalez, who struck out in the second. One ball and 1 strike.
Gonzalez just up there taking all the way. I mean, no intention whatsoever to swing the first 2 pitches. I mean, he wasn't even tracking the pitch.
You just can't let him lull you to sleep, though, because he's got that easy swing that can just knock the ball out of the park anywhere. To me, it looks like he's trying to figure Bumgarner out.
I mean, the first 2 pitches, he wasn't even looking for anything. He was just a pair of shoes up there. No intention to swing. Guy does that, you go, well, what is he thinking? He's not tracking pitches.
Got him. And they'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left for the Giants. Bumgarner's going to lead things in. Here's Bumgarner, who takes a ball, 1-0. Bumgarner coming off a game where he had 5 RBIs, hit one to the wall, hit one over the wall. Taps this one to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez will flip it to Ryu.
Well, it is Stanley Cup playoff times, and the Sharks going to take on the Kings. Round 1, game 1. That's tonight, 7:30, pregame live at 7 p.m. You'll see it right on Comcast Sportsnet California. It is time to beat LA as the Sharks' quest for the Stanley Cup begins tonight. Rematch of last season's epic 7-game series where the King won. So there's a little payback involved in this year's series. And all games of the Sharks-Kings series will be on Comcast Sportsnet California. Go Sharkies. They are fun to watch.
Yeah, plus those 2 franchises don't really care for each other that much.
Northern California, Southern California, not caring for each other.
It's unique. One and 0 to Arias, who hit a fly ball to left. Hit a ball in the gap that Van Slyke ran down. in tight. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 to Arias with Pence on deck. Bouncing ball up the middle. Can Turner make the play? He throws wide again in the long toes of Gonzalez, and he stays on the bag.
Yeah, Mike Malitsky, the first base umpire, with the call.
All right, head of steam for this guy. Look out.
This guy's. I kind of drive the same way.
Yeah. Stay out of the way of that guy. First pitch is a strike to Hunter Pence, who singled in the first. Guys like this, they end up growing up to be some of the drivers that I see on 24.
Stuntman.
Rio knocks it down. Pence is going to have a base hit. And that'll bring up Sandoval. I think that one fooled Ryu just a little bit.
Well, it's a changeup, and it does fool you. Because in the back of your mind, you're always thinking somebody's going to hit a flame back at you. And when you do get a line drive, you expect 105 miles per hour. That one right there is probably 65. And it fools you.
So here's Sandoval, who bounced out to short. Swing and a miss. Pence stole a bag in the first. See if he tries it again.
He had a nice walk and lead into that stolen base. I don't know if Ryu's going to allow that to happen again.
0-2. Couple of challenges right there.
Seeing Sandoval swing through a lot of pitches from the right side since the start of the season. April, usually a hot month for Sandoval. This year, however, he is slow to get started.
Sandoval got a piece.
That was a good year, 1987.
Pence with his lead. Sandoval digs it out and hits it to Uribe. And that'll end the inning. So Ryu got in on the hands of Pablo Sandoval. Through 3, it's 1-0 LA.
Yeah, he thinks it's a great bobblehead.
Here's Kemp. And Kemp takes a strike. Kemp hit a fly ball to the left on 1 pitch in the second inning. Now 4 for 23 lifetime against Bumgarner. The only blemish, and Bumgarner's going, seriously?
Well, I mean, he's got every right to think that that pitch is missed. See him shaking his head. I mean, look at the glove from Posey. It even kind of drifts back into the strike zone even more than where he originally put it.
And that's up the middle. Hicks on the backhand, and he got him. Nice play. All right, let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, as you mentioned earlier in the game, both Brandon Crawford, Angel Pagan not in the lineup today. Brandon Crawford was out yesterday as well with right hamstring tightness. He did take some grounders today and does feel much better. Angel Pagan banged his knee into the outfield wall a few days ago. Bruce Bochy saying he's just being cautious, giving these guys a day off. They're both available off the bench. Dwayne?
All right, Amy. Plus, for Crawford, his numbers, not a bad time to take a day off. He's 0 for 10 lifetime against Ryu. Here's Van Slyke, who takes a strike.
Interesting. After that ball got by Bumgarner, he was kind of go over to first base as you normally will. Ball hit up the middle or on the right side of the infield. And he kind of crossed paths with plate umpire Buckminster. And he voiced some disapproval about the call of that second pitch, which he thought was a strike. So it is definitely weighing heavy on the mind of Bumgarner. He's thinking this young umpire is not calling it right on the outside corner of the right-handers. Well, he gets that one.
Foul back. You have to be careful with Vince. Like, I mean, he'll lay in the weeds and pop one out on you.
Oh, he's got good power. I mean, I haven't seen him hit a lot of balls out to right field. I think for the most part he looks to pull, but he can hit some tape measures to left field. Oh, Bumgarner's starting to get a little frustrated. Outside corner. This is a breaking ball that perhaps wrapped around the strike zone, but when you think that you've had 3 other ones missed, you start to have a little less patience every time a close pitch on the outside corner does not go your way. He's disgusted now. And he's already said something. He may say something else.
Hit to right, and that's going to be a fair ball. Pence dropped it. Now he picks it up. And Van Slyke's got a double.
And here's where you're going to get tested mentally, because right now in his mind he had the guy struck out twice. Got into a 3-2 situation, threw a slider, and the guy beats him the opposite way with a double. Now he's in a scoring position with 1 out. Instead of nobody on, 2 outs, you got a 1 out and runner on, and you have to leave that mentally. You cannot let it dwell and fester.
Well, Bruce Bochy just gave the young umpire an earful as well. So here's Uribe.
Well, and Bochy's, I mean, he's keying on the reactions and the emotions of Bumgarner right now.
And tight, 1 ball and no strikes.
But it is really hard to do. I mean, you're out there cranked up anyway. You got adrenaline pumping, and you're competitive, and you want to get the reward when you make a good pitch. And when you consistently don't get one, it frustrates you. Good Lord. You can see the anger. It's starting to build. And he's going to take a walk. I mean, this is really not an exaggerated target either. I mean, Posey's just sitting in the strike zone, and watch the reaction. Where is that ball? Now, right now is a good time to have Dave Righetti get out there and talk to him. I mean, you can sense the frustration.
They're going to walk him. As hot as Uribe's been, and here comes Righetti.
And all Rags is going to do is go out there and try and calm the waters. I mean, he's going to listen right now. Bumgarner is going to get a few things off his chest. And I guarantee that Righetti will drop some stank eye on Buckminster, the plate umpire, when he walks back to the dugout. Well, maybe not. Buckminster walked right up to the mound right there. That's usually when you're vulnerable as a pitcher. You're pretty ticked off. And when that umpire gets right out to the mound and he's that close, you do have a hard time biting on your tongue.
Fedorovich got the base hit in the second inning to knock in the only run in this game. Here he takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. The pitcher Ryu's on deck. And that evens the count at a ball and a strike. At second base is Van Slyke. Uribe's on first. Bumgarner now with 79 pitches.
Well, that's the other thing too. I mean, all the extra pitches you have to make because your umpire's not giving you the strikes that you feel you deserve to get.
And it's 3-1.
He's beside himself right now. His concentration is out the door. And he's let it slip away because of the anger he has for that plate umpire. And just like that, the Giants are going to respond to it, get the bullpen going. You lose your concentration, and all of a sudden, it all starts to unravel. And this rookie umpire has done a number on Madison Bumgarner.
Here's Ryu, who popped out to Belt in the second inning. So Ryu's job right here is put the ball in play. And he pops this one up. Belt will give chase. And Belt can't quite get to it. Probably a good thing.
Well, if he'd have caught that ball, Van Slyke would have tagged the third. And I don't think anybody would have had a chance to make a play at home on a throw. Not with your momentum running away from home plate as hard as Belt was going.
So Bumgarner now has to wait for Belt and Hicks to get back to their spots in the infield. It's 0-1 to Ryu. High and wide, 1 ball and 1 strike. See what both teams have done with the bases loaded in this series.
0 for 8.
A 1-2. Van Slyke, Uribe, Fedorovich are your runners. And he got him. However, not out of the woods yet. Here's D. Gordon.
And he will bunt with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Believe it or not. He'll bunt anytime, any count.
Gordon is struck out and he's flied out to Morrison left. Look out. 1 ball and no strikes. Foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kemp opened up the inning with a ground ball up the middle that Hicks made a nice play on. Van Slyke, who Bumgarner thought he had struck out, ended up doubling. An intentional walk and then another walk. Ryu strikes out. 1 ball and 1 strike to D. Gordon.
There you see how they're playing D. Gordon. They're bunching the gap in left center.
1-2.
Pablo Sandoval looking into Ron Rodas as to how should I play this situation with a 1-2 count? We've seen Gordon bunt before at 2 strikes.
Got him. Bumgarner pitches through all of the distractions, and it remains 1-0 Dodgers. Buster Posey lined out to Kemp in the first. Here he takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. Morris to follow. 2-0. And Buster Posey rolls this one foul.
Oh yeah, every day is Christmas when you come to AT&T Park.
Two balls and 1 strike. 2-2. Ryu, on the other hand, with 47 pitches.
Now Ryu looks in. You can see the reaction. He thought he had strike 3 on that inside corner. So what we're finding out about Buckminster is he doesn't have a lot of width on either side of the plate.
Three and 2. They're going to come in again to Buster Posey. Posey rolls it on the ground to Uribe. 1 out.
Take a look at that pitch sequence to Van Slyke. You can see what angered Madison Bumgarner. There's a first pitch strike. Then he comes back in, and now it's a 1-1 count. They sit up in the outside corner. Bang, right there. 1-2. And then he comes back outside, doesn't get that. And then he comes back again and doesn't get that. And then on a 3-2, an opposite field double. And really a nice at bat there. But he elevated the pitch, had a challenge, and it burned him.
Morris bounced out to second, hit the ball sharply to Gordon. Did that in the second inning. Two balls and no strikes.
And I think what young umpires need to learn when they get up here, you're talking about guys that have a pretty good idea of the strike zone, how to throw to corners. You have to look for strikes as an umpire. And you have to understand that nobody wants to see walks.
Three and 0 to Morris. See if he's got the green light. We'll never know. 3-1. I'm guessing he did.
Most of the really tight strike zones around the core of umpires are the young guys. All right, let's take a look. Where was this one? What you hope you get is a consistency. And right there, Bumgarner is a little upset. Hughes getting the outside corner, and he's not.
Three balls and 2 strikes. Oh yeah, the sisters are here. And Morris takes the walk. Time to log on to csnbayarea.com and decide the player of the game. Your vote counts. Winner will be revealed during Giants postgame live. Follow the action on the diamond like never before with enhanced Bloomberg stats and more. Giants in-game live on csnbayarea.com. Log on and vote now.
Now you've got 2 Giants fans there, and you've got 2 Dodger fans. And so far, everything's very cordial. However, we'll check back in around the 8th.
Belt fouls it back. Belt with an opposite field single in the second. Rolls this one foul, 0-2. And Belt out swinging. 2 outs, and it'll be Hicks.
That is not one that he's going to want on his highlight film. First strikeout of the day for Ryu, and he missed this thing by a foot.
So here's Hicks, who hit a ball out to Puig, and Puig dropped it. And then, just because he's got a cannon, he forced Belt, who was on first. But Hicks has got some pop. He can lay some wood on one. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good changeup. Got Hicks to bite. Now Hicks steps out of the box, has a little word with himself. And it goes like this. What are you doing swinging at that?
It looked like a fastball. You can see Ryu in his strategy. Fastball in, changeup away. Maybe new lumber for Hicks. And was that the fastball in?
Yeah, hard stuff in, soft stuff away. And he's got the big breaking ball you just cannot give up on. Ryu knows what he's doing out there, no doubt.
And that'll do it. Mike Malinsky says you went around. It remains 1-0. 89 pitches for Madison Bumgarner. And a strike to Turner, who's 0 for 2.
Well, I'd get on that thing.
I would too. I absolutely would. It looks like the idea is to have some fun.
There'd be a few horse laughs out there.
And we're into that. Here's the 1-1. Turner ropes one down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. So Turner now 1 for 3.
And that's the one thing you fear if you're Dave Righetti. Your pitcher's out there. He's a little frustrated. He's had to throw a lot of pitches. He's sitting on 92 throws coming into the 5th inning. And the leadoff hitter gets on base. And right now, Bumgarner's going to get tested. And Bruce Bochy not waiting around. Yusmeiro Petit up and he'll start throwing. Shouldn't take him too long. He had a pretty good hump last inning.
So here's Puig, who singled in the 3rd. And he digs this one out and rolls it foul. No balls and 1 strike. Ended up in the hands of that young man right there. Good job. 0-1 to Puig. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Puig probably has a pretty good idea right now as to what Bumgarner's trying to do to him. If he doesn't, then he hasn't been paying attention.
Well, it's just been one side of the plate, one after another. It is a strikeout situation.
One and 2.
And now Puig's going to take a walk and wonder, how am I missing that fastball? They're elevating right above the belt inside, and he's swinging through it like he's on the on-deck circle, getting loose.
Hit out to right field. This will advance Turner as Pence makes the catch. And on the play, Turner ends up at third. So a productive out for Puig. And here's Gonzalez. Giants will play the infield in now with Gonzalez. Gonzalez has struck out twice, but the first 2 at bats, there wasn't a man at third with less than 2 outs. So you're going to get his best at bat of the day right here.
Right here.
One ball and no strikes. Bumgarner is due to hit second in the bottom of this inning, so you know that Bruce Bochy would like to get Bumgarner through this inning. Out of play to even the count. And Gonzalez having a couple of meetings with himself.
Well, he's grinding here. I mean, he's got an RBI 90 feet away, and he's just trying to figure out, how can I get a ball in the outfield and deep it out to score this guy.
And a base hit. So Gonzalez finally got a ball out over the plate, and he drives it into right field, and it's 2-0.
Now the pitch count is going to get Bumgarner out of this game.
It's going to be a double switch. Adrianza is going to go in to play second.
Second base in batting 9, 53. Hyun-Jin. Pitching in batting 7.
So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. 2-0 Dodgers. We'll be back.
6 by way of hit, 3 by walk, 6 strikeouts.
So here's Kemp. Kemp rolls this one to Arias, who flips to Hicks. Hicks to Belt, and just like that on one pitch, Petit makes it look easy. 2-0 Dodgers at AT&T Park. Here's Blanco facing Ryu, and Blanco takes high, 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, Blanco had the best at bat of the day against Ryu. It would have been a double or more over the head of Puig, but Puig came up with a brilliant defensive play, but he really had a nice AB.
And that pitch is a bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Uribe's in at third, a bit off the line. Same for Gonzalez at first. Blanco looked like he was taking all the way, hoping to get a call, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. There's the defense.
Pretty straight away in the corners, playing to left field, bunch the gap in left center. That's the outfield alignment. Now, we really didn't know what type of strike zone we were going to see today with Seth Buckminster, the rookie. And it has been a challenging strikeout for pitchers. Very, very small.
Blanco skies this one into center field, but in this big ballpark, Kent will track it down.
Well, check out Yahoo Sports Talk Live, presented by Comcast Business Class, hosted by our pal Jim Kozimor. Today at 5 p.m. right here in Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Today's guest, Kevin Kurz from CSNBayArea.com Sharks Insider, Ray Ratto, Mark Purdy, Brett Henneken, Randy Hahn, and Drew Rabinda will get you all ready for Sharks playoff hockey.
Wow, Smarty Marty, Amy G's signing her book. Here's Adrianza, who swings and misses 0-1. The ambassador to Giants fans here at AT&T Park, Amy G.
Yep. Everybody loves Amy the Gamer.
Adrianza flips one to right, and he has got a thing. His first hit since opening day in Arizona.
He needed that one.
And that'll bring up Arias. Arias is 0 for 2. Right now the Giants just need another base runner and then see if the big fellas can do something. Pence is on deck. (1-0) to Joaquin Arias. And it's just foul. Although I'm not sure you can hit that ball fair past the rebase. Pretty close to the line. There's another Amy G fan.
Amy G, sign my book, please.
There's always some clown, right?
Well, she's not taking pictures with a Dodger guy. She just won't do it.
How about tapping her on the shoulder and saying, "Excuse me"?
Yeah, they don't call her Amy the Gamer for nothing.
One ball and 1 strike. Arias at first, good speed, or make that Adrianza, and that pitch is high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Reeves ready. 2-2. Slowly hit. Uribe juggles it. They got him at second. Close.
Well, I think they got him. A little bit of a bobble as he just can't get the ball out of his glove. Just a little flip throw. And you can see the ball beat him by about a 2-foot margin. I don't really see a sloppy exchange from Uribe. Still stays with the play, and they do get the out.
Here's Pence, who's got a couple of hits. And the pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Pence's only home run came against the Dodgers. It came off of Zach Greinke in L.A. And Pence just gets underneath this one and fouls it out of play. Greinke will pitch tomorrow against the Diamondbacks. Wade Miley will pitch against the Dodgers. So that'll be a good matchup at Dodger Stadium. Giants will be in San Diego. So will we.
Yes, we will.
Easter weekend in San Diego. One and two.
Good changeup. Pretty good sell job on that changeup. Arm action very similar to that of the fastball. So when he's keeping that thing down and away from Giants right-handed hitters, they have not been able to even foul it off. That's how good his changeup has been.
Well, I know Pence swung and missed, but clearly it's not a strikeout pitch. He's got 2 strikeouts. It's a put it in play pitch with not a whole lot on it.
I mean, that's what he does. I mean, he really takes your legs out of your swing. He pitches to contact, and he's basically determining how hard these guys are hitting it by taking their legs out. The best hit ball that he's given up was the ball that Puig made the play on off the bat of Gregor Blanco. After that, it's been pretty much a bloop and 3 ground balls.
Pence breaks his bat. Uribe has it. And Gonzalez digs it out, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left through 5. 2-0 LA. Bring your swimming suit when you sit up there.
Yeah.
It is 80 and sunny. As Van Slyke has aimed this one to the Dockers deck. Blanco on the move, and Blanco's going to make the catch. Just shy of the Dockers deck.
When he hit up the bat, I thought it was going to be out of here. So what do you say we make it our Togo's big play the Togo's way, and he hits it high. He hits it deep, and he hits it right in the glove of Gregor Blanco. And boy, can he cover some ground. Measures it out, camps under it, and uses every bit of that 11-inch glove. Yusmeiro Petit digs it. Our Togo's big play the Togo's way.
Here's Uribe. Only the big cat has come close to the Dockers deck, I got to tell you.
Yeah, he was the guy that hit the farthest one. Although Michael Morse, I think before it's all said and done, he may go up there.
He might on the right day, a little warm day. Uribe smokes one. Blanco again on the move. 2 outs.
Well, if you're going to let him hit it to the outfield, use center field.
Fedorovich is coming up. He's singled and he's walked. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 for 20 on the season. Fedorovich playing in place of injured A.J. Ellis, who hurt himself in that series against the Giants on a slide into home.
I had to have knee surgery. They do expect him back though in a couple months. And Petit followed that pitch in, thought he had a strike in the outside corner. Hadn't been much there today, and it really frustrated Madison Bumgarner.
Arias throws out the catcher, and that'll end the inning. 2 fly balls to center and a 6-3 put out And it's Sandoval, Posey, and Morse. The runner to second only once, and that was in the first inning. There's a strike to the Panda. Sandoval, a pitch in on his hands, and he fouls it back. It's 0-2.
We always talk about what is the definition of pitching. Well, hitting's timing, pitching is upsetting the timing, and based on that philosophy, Ryu has done a great job today.
And he gets Sandoval to chase the high fastball.
And the other thing too we've noticed about Ryu is if you don't get him early and he gets a rhythm going, it gets tougher.
Here's Buster Posey.
See, I'd like to rent that place to live for about a couple years.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, 10 years.
In tight to Buster Posey. He's lined out and bounced out. Morse to follow. 2-0 Dodgers. And Posey hooks it foul. Joni Underwood had that ball shoot right by her, but a little better jump, maybe she'd have had a shot.
Yeah, our ball babe. There's Joni. She is just itching for a play. She's had that game face on since the first inning. Dr. Richard Cohen over the first base side today. Our ball dude. He's a veteran. Joni's a rookie.
Outside to Posey. 2-1.
There's Dr. C. One of our all-time favorites.
Posey fouls this changeup 2-2.
So deceptive with that changeup. I mean, even Posey, who waits as long as anybody, and as good a changeup hitter as the Giants have, out front, reaching. That's your goal as a pitcher. Take the legs out of a swing. Let a guy reach. You've done that. You've done your job. Soft stuff away, hard stuff in.
Pitch number 89 coming up for Ryu with Morris on deck. Slowly hit. It kicks off the mound to Turner, and Turner to Gonzalez. 2 outs. And here's Morris, who's 0 for 1. He walked in the 4th. All right, so we got one proud fan here.
Yeah. And the back's telling everybody who he thinks is the best dressed little girl.
In tight to Morris. Belt on deck for Ryu. It's 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Occasional curveball.
And he's really good at throwing at first pitch or 1-0. And he needs a strike. I mean, that's what he'll get after early in the count, as you see Jeremy Affeldt head down the Giants bullpen.
1-2.
Another changeup.
Not the same guy the Giants roughed up in Los Angeles, that's for sure. Two and 2. In that game in Los Angeles, remember the Giants scored 6 runs in the first, 2 in the second. It was not a good home opener. And it's 3-2.
Walensky says no swing. All right, did he go? No.
Payoff pitch. Foul. Three-two pitch. Fouled out of play. So there he humped up a little bit at 93.
Talked about the power that Morse has. This is off of Bronson Arroyo. Just threw a little 62-mile-an-hour duck up there to him, and he hits that thing almost to the top of the bleachers in left center. All the balls we've seen here, that's one of the farthest we've ever seen from a right-handed hitter.
High into right center field. Kemp battling the sun. Kemp is going to make the catch on the track. And that'll end the inning. I do believe that was not an easy play. So Morse gives it a ride. Kemp battling the elements. It remains 2-0 Dodgers. One ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss to even the count.
Yep, double hat, double duty.
A couple of our favorites, all-time favorites, were here today that we had a chance to visit with. That would be Jim Davenport, Peanut, and Lon Simmons.
Yeah, it was great.
One ball and two strikes to Ryu. And that's a strikeout. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
Well, gentlemen, our fan photo contest sponsored by AT&T is taken off. Check out Charles from Vacaville. He got his picture taken in the dugout with his little gamer babe strapped onto him. It's awesome. And now it is your chance at home or here at the ballpark. Take your best photo. Hashtag it CSNBA fan photo. Add your name, your hometown, and you may have a chance to get on our broadcast, guys.
All right, Amy. Looking good. Here's Gordon. Gordon is 0 for 3. Those at bats against Bumgarner. Takes a strike.
Nice little wraparound slider in the outside corner. But this is what we saw last year when Petit really put himself on the map. I mean, he had an incredible command of all of his stuff, and he just didn't make mistakes up. It was knee high in, knee high out with all of his pitches, throw any pitch anytime.
There you see Lon Simmons on the left, Jim Davenport on the right.
And that is, I believe, Lon's daughter that you saw behind Jim Davenport. And they are just telling old stories one after another, watching the ball game. The place that they love to come to, the yard.
Two and one. Puig is not on deck. He's in the hole following Turner, who's on deck. Lon Simmons, Jim Davenport, and Vin Scully walked in while we were in there, and that was it. It was time to get out. We
became flies on the wall.
That's exactly right. Flipped out to Morris. 2 outs. Here's Turner. Turner 1 for 3. He doubled off of Bumgarner in the 5th and then scored on the Gonzalez single. And a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
And Petit just found out what Madison Bumgarner found out. Not getting the normal width of strike zone on that outside corner to right-handers that you see on a day-to-day basis. Today's strike zone by Buckminster a little tighter. But tight strike zones are part of it. I mean, some umpires have tight strike zones. You just have to make the adjustment. They frustrate you. This is when you're used to getting a particular pitch from most umpires.
So Petit a pitch away from facing Puig. And it will be Puig coming up.
Coming soon at AT&T Park, the Garden. That's right. Sustainable Garden is being built and planted, and they are going to grow food that will be given to those that need it. And it's actually a pretty exciting project. Giants cleaned out the concession stand that had previously been there and really opened it up there, and we think that it has changed the way this ballpark is played with more carry on fly balls to the right side of the field.
Here's Puig. Single off of Bumgarner in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants have 9 more outs. They haven't been able to do much against Ryu. Ryu, pitch count wise, is getting close to 100 pitches. And they also know that they got to keep this at a 2-run deficit to have a shot in this game.
T doing his best job to keep Turner close. A lot going on right now. And one of the few times you've seen that outside strike called a strike. Puig not happy. He knows that they have been thrown to him a couple times today, and it has been called a ball. So there has been inconsistency in the young plate umpire strike zone. And now everybody's mad at him, pitchers and the hitters.
Turner goes, swinging a high fly ball to right. Is this going to carry? Yes, to Pence, and that'll end the inning. No runs, 1 runner left. Bottom of the 7th coming up.
He has been a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, 83-mile-an-hour changeup. I mean, he's really mixed his pitches well, and he's mixed his speeds well, and that's the important thing about pitchers at this level, what they have to do. In order to upset the timing of a big league hitter, you have to have that ability, and Ryu has had it today.
Belt digs this one out and fouls it over by the Giants dugout.
And this shows the highest fastball that he's thrown today is 93. He's throwing 2-seam fastballs as low as 86. And you see his changeup has had a 7-mile-per-hour fluctuation. Slider has had a 4-mile-per-hour. And the curve has had a 4-mile-per-hour fluctuation. And that's just touch. A good feel. But in the eye of a hitter, I mean, that's a significant difference. 74 miles and 70 miles per hour. And the result is there just haven't been that many hard hit balls off of you today.
Ooh, Belt trying to reach. It's 2-2. Angel Pagan is in the on deck circle.
The outside corner has been very, very stingy today.
Belt stays alive.
Well, with a 2-0 lead, I mean, Ryu has the ability to challenge. I mean, he shouldn't be walking anybody. Even if one gets hit out of the ballpark, he's still going to hang on to a lead. What he doesn't want to create is 90-foot gifts by walking.
And Belt's scrambling right now. He's trying to do his best to get on base, whether it's by way of a base hit or a walk.
Chris Withrow, the hard-throwing right-hander, starting to heat up the Dodgers bullpen.
There's Affeld. By the way, 0-2 to 3-2 for Belt.
Affeld will pitch the 8th inning.
And he lives to see another pitch.
Well, MLB TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, is celebrating 12 years. Do like we have done. Join the millions of subscribers. Watch every out-of-market game live in true HD on over 400 devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit sfgiants.com for details.
Belt fouls another one out of play.
This is a heck of a battle right here.
This is a good one.
Giants need that leadoff hitter on. Something they've not been able to do today against Ryu is get the leadoff hitter on.
And Belt very high into right center field. And Puig's going to put it away. And that'll bring up Pagan. So here's Pagan. Pagan 1 for 3 last night. 1 for 6 on Tuesday. Batting here for the pitcher, Yosmedo Petit. And he taps this one foul.
Good curveball on 0-1 count. His pitch has been there for him all day long. And when he throws that thing and you commit to it, by the time you get to it, it's below the strike zone. It's gone. You're reaching. This guy's a bit confused right here.
Yeah, I think he lost a bet.
Yep. And he had to wear the hat.
That's just my initial response to that look.
That was pitch number 110.
Pagan hits it right back to Ryu. 2 outs. And here's Gregor Blanco. Blanco hit a ball well over the head of Puig, who ran it down. He did that in the 2nd inning and then hit a fly ball to center field in the 5th. Right now, just trying to get on for Adrianza, who's on deck. And he rolls this one to Uribe. And that'll end the inning. 8th inning coming up. 2-0 Dodgers.
His 2014 debut off the DL. See what he did last year. 1-5 with a 3.74 ERA. Half out, 6'4", 230 pounder. In his 13th year at the big league level. Jeremy, 34 years old, will turn 35 in June. Good to have him back.
Hit into the gap, and Morris is not going to get it. It's going to bounce up against the wall, and Gonzalez has his second hit, and this one's a leadoff double.
That you're going to see a low 90s fastball with pretty good sink, big curveball, and a split. And this is something we have just pretty much grown to expect from Adrian Gonzalez. Righties, lefties, doesn't make a difference. His opposite field approach has always been stellar, and it is laced with power.
So here's Kemp. Kemp's job is to get Gonzalez to third or get him in. And that's foul back and out of play.
FL pitching with a brace on his right knee. If you remember in spring training, he had a pretty good camp going, and all of a sudden a rough day in Glendale against the Dodgers. Walking off the field, he hurt his knee, and it put him on the DL and really, set him back. I mean, you come off the disabled list, I mean, really, how ready is he? I mean, you don't know.
Out of play, 1-2.
Not like getting ready in spring training where you have 5 weeks to get into shape, get a feel for your pitches and whatnot. Once you get hurt and you come back, it's sort of an abbreviated type spring training. But this is maiden voyage right here.
And Kemp lifts another one out of play. One and two. Got him.
And that's the strikeout he was looking for. Nobody on, or runner at second, nobody out. It looked like he threw a split finger fastball for the payoff pitch, and that was a good one. See the split out front beautifully, pronated right through, and there's the sink. And the swing through, see ya. Big out.
Here's Van Slyke. Walked and scored in the second, doubled in the fourth, and then hit a fly ball to deep left center field that Blanco ran down. One ball and one strike to Scott Van Slyke with Juan Uribe on deck.
That's one of our guys right there. Got his Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area t-shirt or shirt. And in the Dodger bullpen, Brian Wilson always draws a couple of photographs. He will pitch the 8th inning for the Dodgers.
And another souvenir right in that area where we saw those fans taking the photos of Brian Wilson. It's 2-2.
A fan's eye view.
Hit back to Affelt. And now Affelt is going to throw it to Arias. And they will tag out the runner there. And the throw to second. And that's a double play. So the Giants.
Now Brian Wilson, the new pitcher now for the Dodgers. Third time that he has come in. He's got off the disabled list with some tenderness in his elbow.
And Adrianza, if he doesn't bunt that, it hits him.
There's a little flat cutter that you're going to see a lot of from Brian Wilson. It goes right in towards him. Like it almost got his finger anyway.
Yeah.
Wilson is not throwing as hard as we saw him throw last year. Low 90s fastball with a lot of cutters. And occasionally he's going to throw a knuckleball at you. There's nothing normal about Brian Wilson. And that's good life on that fastball. That's 95.
Yeah, that's fastball away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
So that pitch right there will let everybody in the Giants dugout know that he's got more fastball than what they had heard he had. Brian Wilson's finding out what every pitcher has found out today before him, is that there's not a lot of room out there in the outside corner. Seth Buckminster, the place umpire, is going to make you throw it across the plate.
Hit into right center field, and it's going to fall. And Adrianza can run. He is going to stop at second base with a double.
And you're not getting that corner strike. You got to throw it across the plate. And I don't care what kind of stuff you have, you're vulnerable with better location for hitters. So a challenge right out there across the plate, just a little below the belt. And Adrianza with his second hit today, and 3rd of the year. This is a big one. First time all day long the Giants have gotten that leadoff hitter on.
So here's Arias. One ball and no strikes.
There is no activity in the Dodger bullpen. They got Wilson over here to set up. And he's finally healthy, and they're saying this is your inning.
Out of play.
92-mile-an-hour cut, but that was not great location.
Two and one to Joaquin Arias, who's 0 for 3. Pence is on deck. Three and two. Well, it didn't have to be a strike if you go by today's strike zone.
go by today's strike zone, that's a ball. So Wilson with a 3-1 gift. And now if he throws it again, Arias has got to cover it.
Shallow center field. Kemp was paying very deep. And Puig is going to come out of nowhere to make the catch.
Wow. I was never even looking at Puig. I was watching Kemp the whole time. And look at this guy come across the field. And that's 6'3", 250 pounds rolling through. And he was moving.
So here's Pence. Pence has a couple of hits.
.96-mile-an-hour fastball, so that is as hard as we've seen Wilson throw, velocity-wise.
One ball and one strike. Pablo Sandoval's on deck. Adrianza opened up the inning with a double.
And Buckminster, the plate umpire, called it a swing. All right, there you go. Yeah, good call.
Foul back. One and two to Pence. So he comes back inside again. It's 2-2.
Change the grip and the movement.
And eventually, Mike, he's going to throw that cutter away. And a full count. So Wilson goes 3-2 to Arias, and now 3-2 to Pence.
Well, if Giants fans remember, Brian Wilson was never afraid to get into a 3-ball count.
Never. So Pence works his way to first by way of the walk. That was not an easy at bat.
That was not an easy at bat, not an easy walk at all.
And now here's Sandoval. Sandoval 0 for 3. And a strike, and it's 0-1. If you can get one into the gaps here with the speed of Pence, you got a shot to tie the game. Oh, and 1.
And all of a sudden, there's outside corners to a plate. You haven't seen a call all day long, and this thing just lit up Sandoval, puts him in an 0-2 hole.
And he fouls this one down the left field line and out of play.
96 tried to elevate the fastball across the letters, and he did well just to catch up and get a piece of that one.
I mean, you can almost see, here's Withrow getting loose, what goes on in Sandoval's mind when he gets a pitch called on him that he doesn't think it's a strike. He's not going to let that happen again.
He just is going to expand his zone too, and he's just going to swing.
He is. 0-2.
Tried to cut around that outside corner, didn't miss by much.
Posey watching from the on-deck circle. And he fouls it back.
Again, trying to wrap around that outside corner with that little cutter. I mean, he believes in a 91-mile-an-hour cut more than a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And it's been that way since he's come up with the cut.
And they ring him up.
There's a guy who's just going to swing at everything and go out of the strike zone. Did he go? Yeah, he did. Well, Rick Honeycutt going to come out and talk it over with Brian Wilson, and basically he has his choice to pitch to whoever he wants to. Does he want to pitch to Posey, or does he want to pitch to Michael Morse on deck? And that's the message that Honeycutt's given him from Mattingly. I would be surprised if Posey got a lot to hit. A lot of cutters away. This pitch is almost impossible to pull. Basically saying if you're going to hit a home run, you're going to have to do it to right field on a cut.
Mr. Posey 0 for 3. Morse is on deck. Michael Morse. Right now it's Wilson facing Posey. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Staying away, which really is a smart play. Especially when you can throw cut in low 90 velocity.
Tyne, runners at first. And there's a strike. It's 2-1.
That's unbelievable. It's almost like Buckminster's now just guessing. This hadn't been a strike all day long. This is cut going outside and up. He just hasn't had a good day behind the plate.
And it's now 3-1.
That's two-seam movement at 95 coming back, and I think that surprised Buckminster. It's a little high, but sneaky pitch.
I think it's surprised Fedorovich. 3-1. And this is skied into center field for Kemp. And Kemp is going to put it away, and that'll end the inning. 2-0 Dodgers. Uribe 1 for 2. And he swings and fouls this one off of Buster Posey, and it's no balls and one strike.
I'm not sure if it got him on the left arm or it just got him in the boiler. I'm not. It was direct hit. Ooh, the chest.
The neck.
Could have got him in the clavicle. He's feeling it. You say, well, it hit the chest protector. Yes, it did, but it does help, but it still hurts.
Scud.
You just really don't want to see a scud after you get hit like he did.
One and one to Uribe. That's the pitch that he's been known to crank out of the yard if it's up and if it's soft. Adrianza will throw him out on the broken bat. One out. So here's Fedorovich. Carl Crawford is on deck. Fedorovich has been on base twice. He had an RBI single off of Bumgarner in the second. And that was only his second hit of the year. He's 2 for 21. Down low from Affeldt. Ryu was spectacular today.
Well, he really was. I mean, he totally redeemed himself when you consider the last time he faced the Giants in Los Angeles. He didn't get into the third. He got 8 runs off him in the first 2 innings. So this has to feel a whole lot better to Ryu after an outing like that.
Two and two on the swing and a miss.
Fedorovich out of the University of North Carolina.
For the Giants in the bottom of this inning, it'll be Morris, Belt, and then a pinch hitter. Tapped to Affeldt. Affeldt underhands it. Somewhere in the Affeldt family history, there is a slow or fast pitch softball pitcher.
Man, he's got a good underhand toss. I mean, you recognize that in a guy. You had that toss.
That's right.
Your old man pitched softball for a long time, didn't he?
He is until he was 45. That's why I could hit Dan Quisenberry so good. Here's Crawford. Crawford takes that big curveball. 1 ball and no strikes.
All right, here we go. Lined up, underhand toss. Perfect.
I bet Affeldt was the best player on the Sunday picnic team. On the ground. Adrianza digs it out, and that'll end the inning. So nice 2 innings from Jeremy Affeldt. He's tune-up and smog experts.
Kenley Jansen, 11th time he's come in. He's 4 and 6 in save ops. 12 hits in 8 innings. 16 base runners in 8 innings. You say, well, what's the deal? But 15 strikeouts in 8 innings. That's pretty ridiculous. Got a low to mid-90s cut. And if he just rears back and throws fastballs, he can go mid to high 90s with fastball velocity. He's got a great arm. He's also got a curveball and slider. We haven't seen a whole lot of those, but he's got them.
Fouled out of play to even the count. Morris 0 for 2. Hit a ball very deep center field that Kemp tracked down right out by the Visa sign. Right now the Giants need a base runner. One and two.
Started, could not stop. That's a frustrating strike for any hitter, but especially a guy with power.
Foul back. Got a challenge, and he shot it right back to the backstop. And that gets away. Morris is on the move. Morris is going to make it. And the Giants have a base runner, and the tying run's going to come to the plate.
Well, that's a gift you don't expect to get, especially from a good ball blocker. But this ball goes out there and hits out in front of home plate. And Fedorovich, I mean, he did not apply proper technique to try and block this. He tries to shortstop the ball. He's got no body slide to his right to try and get a body in front of it. And what will happen, happened.
So here's Belt. Belt had the hit off of Jansen on Tuesday in the 9th inning that tied the game. He doubled over the bag at third. That time he was not, however, looking to hit the ball the other way. He was aiming for the pond. Taps this one. Gonzalez will get the out there, and that's it. Stay tuned for the post-game wrap that's coming up after the game, and Mike will also talk about the game with Murph and Mac tomorrow morning on KMBR 680. There's Hector Sanchez.
It is rally cap time.
So Sanchez, who won the game in the 12th with a base hit on Tuesday. He's not afraid to take a healthy rip either.
Now this was the game winner you're talking about. Sent everybody home happy after 12 long, hard-fought innings. Giants would go home 3-2 winners. Win that one by a run. Won yesterday by a run. Trying to come back here.
Belt goes. This is foul down the right field line. A new bat for Sanchez.
Kenley Jansen just kind of went to sleep in regards to Belt at first base. He wasn't even looking at him. I mean, he really shouldn't care anyway. 2-run lead. His concentration should go to the guy in the batter's box. But look at this job. Almost 4 steps into it.
One ball and one strike is Sanchez working on some new lumber. Seems to have a knack for doing some special things late in the game. 1-1. And another foul off the bricks. It's 1-2.
And the tank top was not happy.
A little bit of an attitude down there.
I think there was.
1-2 to Sanchez. Blanco on deck. Belt goes, and it's high, so Belt will end up at second base.
There's the guy who's not real happy. They ruled that defensive indifference. They didn't give him a stolen base. I don't think I agree with that. It really is a pretty big play. It takes away the force.
Two and two. Got him.
Took away the cut, went 95 in the outside part of the strike zone, and the tail just ran out, and he couldn't stop it.
So here's Blanco. We've seen Blanco provide enough power to knock one out of here.
Well, he had one of the best at bats today, and only a brilliant play defensively by Puig denied him extra bases.
Oh, 0-1 to Gregor Blanco. Blanco asks for time. Out of play, and the Giants are down to their last strike. High, 1-2.
That's a 96-mile-an-hour cut. That's his reach back velocity right there. He humped up. I mean, if it's just a straight fastball at 96, it's tough to hit. But 96 cut, that's unique. And that's what makes Kenley Jansen unique.
2-2.
So now they're going to talk about it. Fedorovic's going to go out and see the big man. Say, dude, you only have one pitch. What is it? You're killing the drill here.
Fedorovich back behind the dish. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Blanco a good rip.
Well, right here, I mean, against that type of stuff and that type of movement, I mean, you can't get long with your swing. You're playing right into his hand. Forget the situation. Base hit is to keep this game going. It's short. Try and find a hole in the infield. Anything.
2-2 pitch. And a full count.
And he's got his #1 stuff today.
Three balls, 2 strikes. And he walked him.
That's a great at bat. That is a great at bat to keep things alive. Tried to go outside with a little wraparound cut, just a little bit low. So Rick Honeycutt going to come out. They're going to talk about Adrianza and how to try and pitch him. Now Adrianza has length in his swing, and it's not a good swing for a cut fastball at that velocity.
Crawford has come out to the on deck circle. So the Giants are just hoping that Adrianza can just move the line along right here. Yeah, they'd like to see him hit one out, but realistically, just get a base hit. One ball and no strikes. Belt at second. Blanco at first. And that evens the count. The speed of Belt and Blanco, the best speeds at first.
The difference between a 1-2 count and a 2-1 count is night and day. This guy's not had a good day behind the plate.
1-2 to Adrianza. Flips one to left. Is this a thing? You bet it is. Belt scores, and it's a 2-1 ball game.
And he beat him in a 2-strike count. That's a 3-hit day for Adrianza, and that may be the biggest hit he's ever had. Step in the outside corner, he cuts it back in. His head stays right still through the swing in a protect mode and just throws a flare down the left field line. And there's nothing Scott Van Slyke can do about that.
There is no better cheerleader than that guy.
None.
So here's Crawford. Blanco the tying run at second. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike.
It's had a good series. Don't forget about the Cougars. They're cheering for him. And that's powerful mojo.
One ball and 1 strike. Good speed on the bases. The kid at first can run.
Good speed with Blanco, and that's the kid with good wheels.
Two balls and a strike. Jansen's going to take a walk. This will be pitch number 27 for him. The most pitches that Jansen has thrown in an outing this year. It's 2-1 to Crawford. It's 2-2 to Crawford. So now you got to fight. Fouls it back. He had a rip.
96-mile-an-hour cut, and he fouls it off to live to see another pitch.
Two and two. Here we go. And he got a piece.
And he fights it off to see another pitch. Finally, they're getting Jamie Wright up in the Dodger bullpen. Next pitch for Jansen this inning will be number 30.
Two balls, two strikes. Lifted to left. It's Van Slyke. And that's the ball game. So the Giants make a run at the Dodgers in the ninth. They come up a run short, and the Giants will end up taking 2 out of 3 in this series, and they end up having a 5-4 homestand.
Well, another one-run ball game, but really the bottom line was just too much Ryu today. Hyun-Jin Ryu was brilliant in his 7 innings of work, and the Dodger bullpen hung on. But I mean, another unbelievable series between these two teams, and it's the way it's going to be all year long, folks.
Get used to it. Giants will head now to San Diego to play tomorrow night. Final score here at AT&T Park. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Giants 1. Esurance Giants postgame.